friends, now today we will start the next chapter, chapter number 3, Permutations and Combinations. First of all, I am taking the exercise 3.2 and then we will start exercise 3.1. In exercise 3.2, there are some basic notation, that is the factorial notations, and the problem depending on them. I hope that you will understood all the problems whatever I have explained. Now let us start the exercise 3.2. Now let us start factorial notation. The theory of permutation and combination uses a mathematical notation known as factorial notation. Let us understand the factorial notation. This is very simple. I had explained each and every in a very simple way, which is defined for natural numbers. It is only for the natural numbers and not negative and the fractions. Therefore, it is defined for the natural number. Next, definition for natural, that is how we will see the definition. For a natural number n, the factorial of n written as n factorial or n factorial, it is another method to write, but generally we write the n factorial and read as n factorial is the product of n natural number from 1 to n. That is, n factorial is expressed as 1 into 2 into 3 dash dash up to n minus 2, n minus 1, and this is the factorial notation. For example, 0 factorial is treated as 1. Whenever there is a 0 factorial, you write 0 factorial is equals to 1. 1 factorial means 1. 2 factorial means 2 into 1, that is equals to 2. 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1, that is a 6. 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is a 24. 5 factorial means what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is a 120. Now this is the multiplication. Up to the last term 1 we will write in a reducing manner. Though 0 is not natural number, you will say that the factorial notation is defined for the only natural numbers. But what about the 0? But we treat 0 factorial as a 1. Now we will start the exercise. The answers of these questions are not matching with my answers. If you agree, then you write it. If you are not agree, then don't write it. But I had done 8 factorial is equals to 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is 40,320. The big multiplication is there. 10 factorial means what? 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now the multiplication is. This is multiplication you can carry out. Next, 10 factorial minus 6 factorial. That is a 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 minus. You can apply some ideas also here. That is a 6 into 5 into 4, 3, 2, 1 minus 6 factorial means what? 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. And the answer, that is a 3628800 minus 720, and their subtraction. Next, fourth one, that is a 10 minus 6 factorial. That is a 4 factorial. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is a 24. Next is compute first 12 factorial upon 6 factorial. 12 factorial means what? 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into up to the 6. Then 6 factorial get cancelled. Then you can make the multiplication. Numerator and denominator, both of them have the 6 factorial. We can cancel it. Now next is 12 upon 6 factorial means what? 2 factorial, and 2 factorial means what? 2 into 1, which is 2. Third one, 3 into 2 factorial, that is a 6 factorial. 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and the multiplication. Their multiplication. $720. Now the fourth one. Three factorial into 2 factorial. That is a 3 into 2 into 1 into 2 into 1. That is 9 factorial upon 3 factorial into 6 factorial. Again, we can make the calculations. That is the 9 into 8 into 7 and up to the 6 factorial we can write, and we can get the minimum calculations are there. 3 factorial can be written as 3 into 2 into 1, but keep up to the 6 factorial. Then and then our calculation will be reduced. That is 84, 61. 6 factorial minus 4 factorial upon 4 factorial. And now this is written as in this manner. That is a 6 into 5 into 4 factorial minus 4 factorial upon 4 factorial. Take 4 factorial as a common. numerator and denominator, that gets cancelled. 6 into 5, that is a 30 minus 1, which is equals to 29. 7th, 8 factorial upon 6 factorial minus 4 factorial. 8 factorial is 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial upon 6 into 5 into 4 factorial minus 4 factorial. Again, we will take the 4 factorial as a common. This is the simplest way. Therefore, that get cancelled. That is 1680 upon 29. This is the 57.93. Now next, normal calculations are there. 7th one, 8 factorial upon 6 minus 4 factorial is equals to 8 factorial upon 2 factorial. 8 factorial can be written as 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 upon 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 up to the 2 factorial. We can extend it to 2 factorial to the numerator and denominator get cancelled. Therefore, you will get 20,160. This is only the simple calculations when the factorial numbers you have given, if you given. Now next is question number 3. Write in terms of factorials. The first is 5 into 6 into 7 into 8 into 9 into 10. Now this can be written as like this. That is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5, which is a 10 factorial upon 4 factorial, because if we extend the 10 factorial, then it is up to the 1 divided by 4. Next is 3 into 6 into 9 into 12 into 15. Now if you see this is the table of 3. Now these 3 can be written as 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4, 3 into 5. 3 into 5. Now 3 is repeated and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore 3 raised to 5 into 5 factorial. Therefore third one, 6 into 7 into 8 into 9. This can be again written as like this. 6 into 7 into 8 into 9. That is 9 must be there. I had written 6 into which is nothing but that is a, now see this, it is a 9, 1, 6 into 7 into 8 into 9. It is nothing but again the 9 factorial upon 5 factorial. Now next is 5 into 10 into 15 into 20. Now again this is repeated. 5 into 1 plus 5 into 2 plus 5 into 3 and 5 into 4. Now again 5, 5, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is repeated, 5 raised to 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 means what? 4 factorial. Now evaluate n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial for the following values. N is equals to 8 and r is equals to 6. This is 8 factorial upon r is 6 factorial. 8 minus 6 means what? 2 factorial. Now 8 can be written as 8 into 7 into 6 factorial upon 6 factorial into 2 factorial. Now 6 get cancelled. Then you will get 2 factorial means what? 2 into 1 which is equals to 28. Second one, n is equals to 12, r is equals to also 12. Therefore 12 factorial upon 12 minus 12 factorial is equals to 12 minus 12, that is a 0. That is 1 upon 1 is equals to 1. Next is n is equals to 15, r is equals to 10. And now this can be written as n factorial upon n minus r factorial into r factorial. That is a 15 factorial upon 15 minus 10 factorial into 10 factorial. Now see this 15 factorial we will extend up to the 10 factorial divided 10 factorial divided by 10 factorial, that is 5 factorial into 10 factorial. 10 factorial get cancelled. Now I have not written the 10 factorial to the denominator, but it is the 10 factorial to the denominator. Now these terms will get cancelled. That is a 5 factorial means what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and that's why therefore the terms are get cancelled. Now it is written as 7 into 13 into 3 into 11 therefore that is a 3003. Their product n is equals to 15, r is equals to 8, n factorial upon n minus r factorial into r factorial, that is equals to 15 factorial upon 15 minus 8 factorial into 8 factorial, 15 into 14 into 13 into 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 factorial upon 7 factorial into 8 factorial. 7 can be written as 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 8 factorial get cancelled. Now you can simplify this. If you simplify, then you will get the answer. That is 15 into 13 into 11 into 3, that is a 6435. Now next find n if n upon 8 factorial is equals to 3 upon 6 factorial plus 1 factorial upon 4 factorial. Now n upon 8 factorial can be written as 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. 3 upon 6 factorial can be written as, that is a 3 upon 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. Therefore, 4 get cancelled to the denominator of all the terms. To minimize this calculation, we can do like this. That is n upon 40 into 42 is equals to 3 upon 30 plus 1. That is n into n upon 40 into 42 is equals to 1 upon 10. Now normal simplification is there. You can carry out this. Therefore, n is equals to 1848. Next is n upon 6 factorial is equals to 4 upon 8 factorial plus 3 upon 6 factorial. N upon 6 factorial is equals to 4 upon 8 into 7 into 6 factorial plus 3 upon 6 factorial, and that's why we can again cancel it. Therefore, n is equals to 4 upon 8 into 7 plus 3. Normal calculations is there. Therefore, it is written as 4 plus 168 upon 56, and that's why you will get 172 upon 56. Again, we can reduce it. That is a 43 upon 14. Next, third one, 1 factorial upon n factorial is equals to 1 factorial upon 4 factorial minus 4 upon 5 factorial. Now this can be written as 1 factorial upon n factorial is equals to 1 upon 4 factorial minus 4 upon 5 into 4 factorial. Now we can adjust here, that is a multiply numerator denominator by 1 upon 4 factorial to the numerator denominator by 5. Then 1 upon n factorial is equals to 5 upon 5 factorial. 5 into 4 factorial means what? That is a 5 factorial. Normal calculations are there. Therefore, n is equals to 5. Next is fourth one. N plus 1 factorial is equals to 42 into n minus 1 factorial. N plus 1 factorial is equals to 42 into n minus 1 factorial. Now this can be written as n plus 1 into n minus 1 is equals to 42 into n minus 1 factorial. Now these two terms get cancelled. Then you will get, therefore n into n plus 1 is equals to 42, their multiplication. N square plus n minus 42 is equals to 0. Therefore n plus 7 into n minus 6 is equals to 0. Therefore n plus 7 is equals to 0, or n minus 6 is equals to 0. N is equals to minus 7 or n is equals to 6. N is equals to minus 7 or n is equals to 6. But n is equals to minus 7 is not possible. It is not natural number. Therefore we take n is equals to 6. Now next, n plus 3 factorial is equals to 110 into n plus 1 factorial. Now we will evaluate this. N plus 3 factorial is equals to 110 into n plus 1 factorial. Now n plus 3 factorial can be written as n plus 3 into n plus 2 into n plus 1 factorial is equals to 110 into n plus 1 factorial. N plus 1 on both sides get cancelled. You will get n plus 3 into n plus 2 is equals to 110. And that's why you will get n square plus 2n plus 3n plus 6 is equals to 110. Therefore, n square plus 5n plus 6 minus 110 is equals to 0. And that's why n square plus 5n minus 104 equals to 0. Now we can factorize this quadratic equation. N square plus 13n minus 8n minus 104 is equals to 0. Now take n as common. Then n plus 13 minus 8 as common. N plus 13, that's equals to 0. This is the n plus 13 equals to 0. N minus 8 is equals to 0 now. Therefore, you will get n is equals to minus 13 or n is equals to 8. Therefore, n is equals to minus 13 is not possible because it is not natural number. Therefore, we treat the value of the n is equals to 8. Now the next is n is equals to 8. Number 6. Find n if 17 minus n factorial upon 14 minus n factorial is equals to 5 factorial. Now evaluate this. N minus 17 minus n factorial upon 14 minus n factorial is equals to 5 factorial. 17 minus n, 16 minus n, 15 minus n, 14 minus n factorial upon 14 minus n factorial is equals to 5 factorial. Now these two terms get cancelled. That is 14 minus n and 14 minus n get cancelled. That is 17 minus n, 16 minus n, 15 minus n is equals to 5 factorial. Now 15 minus n plus 2, 15 minus n plus 1, 15 minus n is equals to 5 factorial. Now see this term how it has adjusted. 17 can be written as 15 plus 2, 16 can be written as 15 plus 1. And then we consider 15 minus n is equals to a. And now see this. Now a plus 2 into a plus 1 into a is equals to 120. That is 120 can be written as 6 into 5 into 4. Therefore, a is equals to 4. But what is the value of a? A is a 15 minus n is equals to a. Now, again, this is written as a is equals to 4. A is equals to 15 minus n, that is a 4. Therefore, the value of the n is 15 minus 4, n is equals to 11. Next, n is equals to 11 is answer. Number 6, question number 6. 15 minus n factorial upon 13 minus n factorial is equals to 12. 15 minus n, 14 minus n, 13 minus n factorial upon 13 minus n factorial is equals to 12. These two terms get cancelled. And therefore 15 minus n into 14 minus n is equals to 12. Now the multiplication. 15 into 14 minus 15n minus 14n plus n square is equals to 12. Therefore, n square minus 29n plus, that is equals to 210 minus 12 is equals to 0. Now we will factorize. This is the quadratic equation. N square minus 29n plus 198 is equals to 0. N minus 18 and n minus 11 is equals to 0. And that's why n minus 18 is equals to 0 or n minus 11 is equals to 0. N is equals to 18 or n is equals to 11. Now in this way, but n is greater than 18 is not possible. Therefore, we are taking the value of n is equals to 11. Now next, number 3, n factorial upon 3 factorial into n minus 3 factorial has to n factorial upon 5 factorial into n minus 5 factorial is equals to 5 has to 3. N factorial upon 3 factorial into n minus 3 factorial upon, or it is written as it is first of all the problems, n factorial upon 5 factorial into n minus 5 factorial is equals to 5 has to 3. Now this is n factorial upon 3 factorial into n minus 3 factorial upon n factorial 5 factorial n minus 5 factorial is equals to 5 upon 3. Now simple calculations is there. N factorial upon 3 factorial into n minus 3 factorial into 5 factorial into n minus 5 factorial upon n factorial is equals to 5 upon 3. Now n get cancelled, then you will get 5 into 4 into 3 factorial into n minus 5 factorial upon n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5 factorial. Now n minus 5 factorial get cancelled on both sides. Therefore 3 factorial get cancelled. Now next is 20 upon n minus 3 into n minus 4 is equals to 5 upon 3. Now, this is the simple calculation. 20 into 3 is equals to 5 into n minus 3 into n minus 4, bracket complete. I am taking each and every step so that simple normal candidate can also understand all these steps. N minus 3 into n minus 4 is equals to 12. Therefore, the quadratic equation is n square minus 4n minus 3n plus 12 is equals to 12. 12 get cancelled. N square minus 7n is equals to 0. Take n as common. N minus 7 is equals to 0. N is equals to 0 or n is equals to 7. That is n minus 7 is equals to 0. Therefore, n is equals to, and therefore n is equals to 0 is not possible. Therefore n is equals to 7. This is the answer. Now next is, now the next problem, n factorial upon 3 factorial upon n minus 3 factorial as to n factorial upon 5 in bracket n minus 7 factorial is equals to 1 as to 6. N factorial upon 3 factorial in bracket n minus 3 factorial as to n factorial upon 5 factorial into n minus 7 factorial is equals to 1 as to 6. Now n factorial upon 3 factorial in bracket n minus 3 factorial upon n factorial upon 5 factorial in bracket n minus 7 factorial is equals to 1 upon 6. Now n factorial upon 3 factorial into n minus 3 factorial into 5 factorial upon n minus 7 factorial upon n factorial is equals to 1 upon 6. Now this factorial get cancelled. Therefore you will get 5 factorial into n minus 7 factorial upon 3 factorial into n minus 3 factorial is equals to 1 upon 6. Therefore 5 into 4 into 3 factorial into n minus 7 factorial upon 3 factorial into n minus 3 factorial is equals to 1 by 6. That is a 40 in bracket n minus 7 factorial, and to the denominator n minus 3 into n minus 4 into n minus 5 into n minus 6 into n minus 7 factorial is equals to 1 upon 6. Now 20, that is a cross multiplication. 120 is equals to n minus 3 into n minus 4 into n minus 5 into n minus 6, and this can be written as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, and that is equals to n minus 3 into n minus 4 into n minus 5 into n minus 6. Now see this, how the terms are written here. That is, the value of n must be 8 because n minus 3 is equals to 5. Therefore, n is equals to 8. Now the next is 2n factorial upon 7 into 2n minus 7 factorial upon n factorial upon 4 factorial into n minus 4 factorial is equals to 24 as to 1. 2n factorial upon 7 factorial in bracket 2n minus 7 factorial as to n factorial upon 4 factorial into n minus 4 factorial is equals to 24 as to 1. Therefore, 2n factorial upon 7 factorial into 2n minus 7 factorial into 4 factorial into n minus 4 factorial upon n factorial is equals to 24 as to 1. That is the 24 upon 1. Now this can be written as 2n into 2n minus 1, 2n minus 2, and this is the long and big calculations. Or you can write it 2n factorial. Again I am writing that is a 7 factorial 2n minus 7 factorial into 4 factorial in bracket n minus 4 factorial, and extend it n into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial is equals to 24 upon 1. Now we can cancel like this. That is a 2n minus 1, 2n minus 2, 2n minus 3, 2n minus 4, 2n minus 5, 2n minus 6, 2n minus 7 factorial, and this whole divided by 7 factorial, that is a into 4 factorial, 7 factorial into 2n minus 7 factorial is equals to, or that is into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, that is equals to 24 upon 1. Now here the cancellations, that is a 2 into 2n minus 1 into 2, take 2, that is a, we are taking the 2 common, 2 in bracket n minus 1, 2 in bracket n minus 2, 2 in bracket n minus 3, and the remaining terms 2n minus 3, 2n minus 5 as it is into 4 factorial, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial, into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 is equals to 24 upon 1. Now n minus 1, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 to the numerator and the denominator get cancelled. 4 factorial upon 4 factorial get cancelled. Therefore 2 into 2, 4, that is a 2, it's a 4 times, that is a 16 in bracket 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 3 into 2n minus 5 upon 7 into 6 into 5 is equals to 24 upon 1. That is a 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 3 into 2n minus 5, 24 into 7 into 6 into 5 upon 16. Now see this, the calculations. That is a 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 3 into 2n minus 5, that is equals to, the odd numbers are there, therefore they are the 5 into 9 into 7, and they can be written as like this, 9 into 7 into 5. Therefore 2n minus 1 is equals to 9. Therefore 2n is equals to 9 plus 1. Therefore 2n is equals to 10. Therefore n is equals to 10 upon 2. That is 10 upon 2, that is equals to 5. Now next is show that n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial plus n factorial upon r minus 1 factorial into n minus r plus 1 factorial is equals to n plus 1 factorial upon r factorial into n minus r plus 1. Now evaluate this. This is the example. The correction in the example there. I had taken this example as it is. Someone will say that, sir, the answer is, example is different one, but I had treated this as example. I hope that there will be the mistake in the textbook. Now LHS is equals to n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial plus n factorial upon r minus 1 factorial into n minus r plus 1 factorial. Take n factorial as a common, 1 upon r into r minus 1 into r minus 1 n minus r factorial. That is a factorial notation is absent there, in the first term. That is 1 upon r into r minus 1 factorial must be there. Therefore, we will take the common n factorial upon n minus r factorial into n minus r minus 1 factorial into n minus r factorial. Now take the common n factorial upon n minus r factorial into r minus 1 factorial in bracket. Now simplification, n minus r plus 1 plus r upon r into n minus r plus 1. Now plus r and minus r get cancelled, then you will get, that is a n factorial n minus r factorial r minus 1 factorial. Now plus r minus r get cancelled in the square bracket, you will get n plus 1 upon r into n minus r plus 1, and therefore n plus 1 into n factorial upon r into r minus 1 factorial n minus r plus 1 n minus r factorial. Therefore n plus 1 factorial r factorial n minus r plus 1 factorial, and that is equals to the RHS. Hence n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial plus n factorial upon n minus r factorial into n minus r plus 1 factorial is equals to n plus 1 factorial into upon r factorial into in bracket n minus r plus 1 factorial. Therefore LHS is equals to the RHS. Now the question number 8. show that n factorial upon 6 factorial into 3 factorial plus 9 factorial upon 5 factorial into 4 factorial is equals to 10 factorial upon 4 factorial into 6 factorial. Now we will evaluate this. That is a n factorial upon 6 factorial into 3 factorial plus n factorial 9 factorial upon 6 factorial into 3 factorial plus 9 factorial upon 5 factorial into 4 factorial. Now extend 6 as 6 into 5 factorial. At the same time 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 factorial. Now take the common. 9 factorial upon 5 factorial into 3 factorial. Then in bracket 1 upon 6 plus 1 by 4. Therefore 4 plus 6 upon 6 into 4. And it is written as 9 factorial into 10 upon 5 factorial into 3 factorial into 6 into 4. Therefore 10 factorial upon 6 into 5 factorial into 4 into 3 factorial, that is 10 factorial upon 6 factorial into 4 factorial, which is the RHS. Hence LHS is equals to RHS. Therefore 9 factorial upon 6 factorial into 3 factorial plus 9 factorial upon 5 factorial into 4 factorial is equals to 10 factorial upon 4 factorial into 6 factorial. Now the question number 9. Show that 2n factorial upon n factorial is equals to 2 raised to n in bracket 2n minus 1, 2n minus 3 and dash up to 5, 3, 1. Therefore LHS is equals to 2n factorial upon n factorial, and it can be written as 2n minus 2n into 2n minus 1, 2n minus 2, 2n minus 3, 2n minus 4 up to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 upon n factorial. Now what is next? That is a 2n in bracket 2n minus 2, 2n minus 4. We will take the even term first of all and then the odd terms, that is a 2n minus 1, 2n minus 3 up to the 5, 3, 1, and in this way n factorial. Now from the first bracket we will take 2 as common, that is a 2 into n, 2 into n minus 1, 2 into n minus 2, and in this way 6 can be again written as 2 into 3, 4 is written as 2 into 2 and 2 is written as 2 into 1. Means what? We are getting 2 as n times, and in second bracket keep it as it is. Keep the second bracket as it is. Now to the numerator and the denominator, that is a 2 raised to n, you will get this is the n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 up to 3 to 1, bracket complete. And next is in the next bracket 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 3 into 5, 3, 1 to the denominator n factorial, and these two terms get cancelled. 2 raised to n, n factorial in bracket 2n minus 1 into 2n minus 3, 5, 3, 1, and numerator, denominator, and factorial get cancelled. That is a 2 raised to n in bracket 2n minus 1, 2n minus 3. This is a 5, 3, 1, and that's 2 raised to n, 2n minus 1, 2n minus 3, 2n minus 5 in this way, and which is the RHS. Therefore, LHS is equals to RHS. Now the question number 10, this is the simplify. First, 2n plus 2 factorial upon 2n factorial. 2n plus 2 factorial upon 2n factorial is equals to 2n plus 2, 2n plus 1, 2n factorial. Now these two get cancelled, and that's why we will get that is the 2n plus 2 into 2n plus 1. That is it. 2n plus 2 into 2n plus 1. This is the we want to prove. Next, n plus 3 factorial upon n square minus 4 into n plus 1. Now again this can be written as n plus 3 factorial upon n square minus 4 n plus 1 factorial. That is equals to n plus 3 into n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n factorial upon n square minus 4 into n plus 1 into n factorial. These two get cancelled. Now next is n plus 3 into n plus 2 upon n minus 2 into n plus 2. Now these two terms get cancelled. We will get n plus 3 upon n minus 2. This is the simplification. Therefore, n plus 3 upon n minus 2. This is the final answer. Next is 1 upon n factorial minus 1 upon n minus 1 factorial minus 1 upon n minus 2 factorial. Now simplify. We will simplify this. Now the first term is 1 upon n factorial, second is 1 minus n factorial minus 1 upon n minus 2 factorial. Now we can write the first term is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial minus 1 upon n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial minus 1 upon n minus 2 factorial. Therefore, we will take 1 upon n minus 2 factorial as the common. Therefore, we will get 1 upon n into n minus 1 minus 1 upon n minus 1 minus 1, 1 upon n minus 2 factorial, and now we will make the cross multiplication or simplification, that is 1 minus n into n minus 1 . Therefore, 1 upon n minus 2 factorial in square bracket, we have simplified it. Therefore, 1 minus n minus 2 factorial. Now here we are getting 1 minus n square upon n into n minus 1. Therefore, 1 upon n minus 2 factorial, 1 minus n square, n into n minus 1, and 1 upon n minus 2 factorial into 1 upon If we take the minus in common, then it will be minus in bracket n square minus 1 upon n into n minus 1. Again, it may be simplified. That is a minus n plus 1 into n minus 1 upon n into n plus 1. These two terms get cancelled, and overall you will get minus in bracket n plus 1 upon n minus 2 factorial, and that is n into n minus 2 factorial. Anyway, we can write the answer n plus 1 upon n into n minus 2 factorial. Now next is fourth one, n in bracket n factorial plus n minus 1 factorial plus n square in bracket n minus 1 factorial n plus 1 factorial now n in bracket n factorial plus n minus 1 factorial plus n square in bracket n minus 1 factorial plus n minus 1 factorial. Now here we will simplify n factorial as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial plus n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial, and next term n square in bracket n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial plus n plus 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Means what? We have extended up to the n minus 2 factorial. Now next, that is the multiplication. N is multiplied with the first term of the first bracket, that is n square in bracket n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial plus n square in bracket n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial plus n plus 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Now next, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. That terms we will take the common now. That is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Then in bracket you will get n plus 1 plus n plus n plus 1, that is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Therefore 3n plus 2 that is n factorial in bracket n 3n plus 2, that n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 means what? It is a n factorial, and overall we are getting the 3n plus 2 . N plus 2 upon n factorial minus 3n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial. Now n plus 2 into n plus 1 upon n plus 1 into n factorial minus 3n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial. Therefore n plus 1 into n plus 2 upon n plus 1 factorial minus 3n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial. Now normal simplification here. Therefore multiplication n square plus 2n plus n plus 2 minus 3n minus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial. Now cancellations. Therefore n square plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial, that is n square plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial. This is the answer. 6 1 upon n minus 1 factorial plus 1 minus n upon n plus 1 factorial. Therefore 1 upon n minus 1 plus 1 minus n upon n plus 1 factorial. Now again this can be written as 1 into n plus 1 upon n into n plus 1 into n minus 1 factorial plus 1 minus n upon n plus 1 factorial, n into n plus 1 upon 1 plus 1 minus n upon n into n plus 1, again simplification, 1 minus n upon n plus 1 factorial, n plus 1 factorial. Now the plus n and minus n get cancelled, then you will get n square plus n plus 1 minus n. N plus 1 to the denominator factorial must be n square plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial. Now next is 7 1 upon n factorial minus 3 upon n plus 1 factorial minus n square minus 4 upon n plus 2 factorial n factorial. That is 1 upon n factorial minus 3 upon n plus 1 factorial minus n square minus 4 upon n plus 2 factorial. Now see this. Multiplied numerator and denominator for the first term by n plus 1. Keep the second term as it is, and now see this third term, n square minus 4. It is written as n minus 2 into n plus 2. Now n plus 2 factorial is written as n plus 2 into n plus 1 factorial. I had not written their factorial, but you write it as a factorial. This is n plus 1, that is n minus 2 upon n plus 1 factorial, n plus 1 upon, now all of them have the same base, n plus 1 minus 3 minus in bracket n minus 2 upon n plus 1 factorial. Now simplify this, n plus 1 minus 3 minus n plus 2 upon n plus 1 factorial. Now plus n minus n get cancelled, and overall we are getting the 0 to the numerator and the value is 0 overall. Now next is 7th, 8th one, n square minus 9 upon 8th, n square minus 9 upon n plus 3 factorial plus 6 upon n plus 2 factorial minus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial. Now n minus 3 into n plus 3 upon n plus 3 into n plus 2 factorial plus 6 upon n plus 2 factorial minus 1 into n plus 2, n plus 2 into n plus 1 factorial, that is n minus 3 upon n plus 2 factorial plus 1 upon n plus 2 factorial minus, that is 6 to the numerator for the middle term minus n into n plus 2 upon n plus 1 n plus 2 factorial. Now all of them have the common base. Now we can simplify, that is n minus 2 plus 6 minus in bracket n plus 2 upon n plus 2 factorial, n minus plus 6 minus 2 minus n minus 2 cancellations. You will get 1 upon n plus 2 factorial, and this is the last example, that is 1 upon n plus 2 factorial. In this way we have completed the exercise 3.2. Now we will start the permutation, basic concept of the permutations. These are the algebraic sum questions. Now we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye. In this way, we have completed the exercise 3.2. I hope that you understood all the problems whatever I had explained. If you have any doubt, write in the comment section of this video so that I can understand what are your doubts. If you are new for this channel, then subscribe it, and if you like it, then like it. Also, share this with your needy friends. Now we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye.